It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. What in the hell are you doing?
This is my shimmy.
Why are you shimmying?
I don't know. I'm just excited.
What are you excited about?
I don't know. It's just it's a new day. It's a Tuesday. People in general don't get excited about Tuesdays. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to be excited that it's Tuesday. See, look, and you're not.
I just
you're like, no.
I don't want to deal with you right now, really. Like I told you the other day, I think was it last Tuesday we talked about this? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's when you were grumpy the whole time.
I wasn't grumpy. No, I wasn't grumpy at all. I'm never grumpy. I'm always happy.
You were irritated.
Happy Andy.
Okay.
That's what I am. That's what I do. Got a new tattoo started yesterday.
Oh, really? How'd that feel?
It felt like a tattoo.
Okay.
A big
no,
one.
I mean, it's how long did the initial process take?
I'm looking at it now. I think we were there for a good 3 hours to get it started.
Oh my God.
What?
Dude, remember when you took me to get my tattoo?
Yeah.
And that didn't take that long. That was like maybe 30 minutes.
If that.
That hurt. I mean, you say, it's one thing because you describe it like a cat scratching you. That's about the kind of pain.
Yeah.
But a cat in general doesn't scratch. That's like having a cat scratch you for 3 hours. Yeah. That to me is just, wow.
We're kind of a wuss, though.
Yeah, you've got a higher level of pain tolerance.
Well,
slightly. I'm a tough guy.
It's looking sweet, though. It really is looking sweet.
Now, what's this a tattoo of?
I don't know if I want to tell you yet.
Really?
I don't know if I want to tell you because I want to wait till it's all colored in and everything.
Okay.
Right now, I was almost ready to post a picture of it last night, but then I thought, excuse me. I thought, well, do I want to? Do I not want to? I don't know. But it's rocking.
Oh, cool. Anything that accentuates your body, that's a good thing. I've got to shave my chest today.
Oh, you do? For what?
Yeah, well, no, it's just because it's getting a little too hairy. Every couple of weeks I got to be really, really careful because I cut my nipple the last time.
Oh, no.
A little bit. I grazed it. You got to be very, very careful. This is a good tip for anybody who's kind of hairy and who does what I do.
About shaving their nipples? Okay.
Well, no. Well, when you shave and you use the clippers, you shave up. But then when you get close to the nipple, you want to back off and just use a razor around it because you get too close with the clipper. It's
really
because I had to keep. It was weird because I had to keep putting a little piece of tissue on top of it. It was you don't want that.
You don't want that.
No. I was going to go back to Nair, but I don't like the smell of Nair and the burning hair. It's just,
Yeah?
No.
Oh, man.
So.
What does your mom say when she comes in and catches you shaving your chest like that? Does she?
No, my son usually catches me. I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm grooming myself now. You got to stay out. So.
Oh, man.
You'll learn how to do this soon enough.
Oh, man. I want to show it off, but I don't want to show it off. You know what I mean?
You're really excited about this.
It's sweet.
See, now I want to look at it. Now I want to see it.
It's big.
Okay.
It's big.
I guess I'll have to wait like everybody else.
I guess you will.
All right.
More shaving your nipples story tomorrow.
Okay.
Give us a recap, will you?
I will do.
I'll look forward to that.
I'll even show it off.
Will you really?
Unlike you, I will show off my cleanly shaven chest tomorrow.
Oh, dude, money in the bank right there.
Too?
I can't wait to see that.
I will do it.
All right, there you go. There's one for the ladies and select portions of our gentlemen's audience.
Whatever. All right.
What are we doing in the news?
Let's do it. Republican Senators Mike Lee of Utah and Jerry Moran of Kansas join Rand Paul and Susan Collins in opposition to the GOP health care bill, with all Democrats opposed and the Republicans' narrow 52-48 majority in the Senate. The bill is effectively dead. The Republicans will now reportedly focus on a simple repeal of Obamacare and work on a new health care plan, which is what they should have done anyway. This was a terrible plan. Everybody said it sucked. I mean, you don't replace a bad plan, and Obamacare is terrible. You don't replace it with something that's worse. It doesn't make sense.
It's time to find a way to do universal health care in the United States and leave it at that. It really is.
It's not as simple as that.
Shovel out money hand over fist for every other friggin' country in the world, and here's aid for this, here's aid for that, here's all this money for a new jet, here's all this money for it. It is time to stop and fund a medical program to take care of the people in the United States of America. It's time. It really is.
Do you really want the government running the healthcare system? Do you really want? I'm not saying it's necessarily
a program. I want the government to fund a program to run medical care for people in the United States. You know what I want? I want to see that program go into effect. I'd like to see everybody get the coverage that they need and deserve. And it is just the pork barrel spending that goes on everything else except the American people is ridiculous. The hoops you have to jump through in the medical field, in the insurance field, and everything in between, it is just a racket. It's ridiculous, the hoops you've got to go through to get anything done. And it is time to cut it and say, look, here's the medical care. That's how it's going to be.
Well, the problem is how do you pay for it, and is it going to bring costs down? I mean, that's the big thing.
What a stupid question. Dude,
no, that's not a stupid question.
Ever. It's the dumbest question you've ever asked. You quit paying for everything else around the world.
Okay, then we're not
quit shoveling money out the door to every stupid thing around the planet that doesn't make a pinch of crap difference to anything in the United States. You cut back on some of the military stuff that we don't necessarily need. You pull back on pet projects. You pull back. You focus on what needs to be taken care of, and that's the people of the United States of America, period.
Okay,
wasn't it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it this president that was just elected that said, we're going to focus on the United States of America, and that's what we're going to worry about? Put up or shut up, Don, because now's the time. Figure out a way to do universal health care for every citizen in this country and get it done. Boom.
It's okay. Then do you not want to be a superpower anymore?
We're not going to be a superpower. Dude, with him getting elected, I'm here to tell you what, we have got our clout in the world is done.
We've got to make decisions. It's one thing to It's one thing to say you want to bring costs down. It's another thing to promise something that you can't deliver to everybody.
Why couldn't you?
Well, we could conceivably do it, but we're not going to be a global superpower anymore, and that makes us vulnerable to threats.
And
I'm just saying this is it. No, I'm not saying we're not already. If we don't want to be a superpower, if you don't think and that's fine. That's fine. These are things we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to prioritize whether
it is time for global health care for the United States of America's people. Period.
It's one thing to want.
It's time to cut the whole. Oh, I need to refer you to this guy. I need to refer you to that guy, and run the bill up. I mean, have you been to the doctor lately?
I went to the doctor about 3 years ago.
Okay. Have you been to any kind of doctor where, let's say, you have to go to the ER?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, 3 years ago.
Oh, we need to do that. Oh, we need to do this. Before you know it, you got an hour and a half in the ER, and you're looking at $10,000 because that's the way the whole system's built. It's silly.
I would totally agree with that. I just don't know that a government-run healthcare system is going to be an improvement. If it is, I'm all for it. I'm all for I'm all for. But history would tell us that that's probably not the case. Okay. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not an expert.
I'm here to tell you what. It's time to focus on American people and this plan, that plan, blah, blah, blah. Just figure out a way to do it for everybody, period.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
All right. China has apparently banned Winnie the Pooh. Apparently the Chinese name for and images of the cartoon character are being blocked on social media sites because bloggers are comparing him to Chinese President Xi Jinping. China's censors will not tolerate ridicule of the country's leader. Apparently there was a picture online of the Chinese president and the Japan prime minister shaking hands, and then they juxtaposed a picture of Winnie the Pooh shaking hands with Eeyore. I think if anybody should have a problem with this, it should be the Japanese prime minister being compared to Eeyore. Right. I mean, Winnie the Pooh is a beloved character. If I'm Xi Jinping, I'm like, sweet, I'm Winnie the Pooh. That's awesome.
Right. That's what I'm always going around saying that.
Why not?
I want to be Tigger.
Who doesn't?
Right.
I liked Tigger. Bouncing is what Tiggers do best.
That's what they do.
There you go. City officials in East Lansing are defending their decision to keep a local apple grower away from its outdoor market because of his views on gay marriage. Stephen Tennis says he won't let gay couples get married on his Eaton County farm, which is a popular place for weddings. The city says its vendors must follow its city ordinance, which bans discrimination. Tennis has filed a lawsuit saying his rights to free speech and religion are being violated.
Well, good for him.
This is a dicey one. This is a really interesting test case because this is. I mean, you and I think, are pro gay marriage. We're like, you're gay, you want to get married. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
But this guy's interpretation of his religious beliefs and mine are different. I think he might be right here. This is a freedom of religion. This is East Lansing coming and saying, no, this is the way you have to interpret your religion. You've got to allow this on your farm. East Lansing's getting into some dicey, might be overstepping its bounds here.
So you know what I would say?
What?
I would say something like, you know what? That's okay. You're welcome to think that way, but you're kind of an asshole, and we don't want your apples here.
Well,
so you can't sell your apples in our farmers market
because of your religious beliefs.
Well,
you're basically
aside,
you're
you
can't.
Just an asshole.
Well, fine. Yeah.
Be as religious as you like. You're an asshole. Have a good life. Keep your apples and go sell them along the road. That's how you get it done, right there.
All right. So in that way, you're not violating.
Like, sir, go sell your apples alongside the road over there. Perfect.
And that way,
we're going to have a nice time in the farmer's market. Have a good life. That's the answer right there.
Let me ask you this: how many farmers you think probably have similar? And I don't know the answer to this. How many farmers probably have similar views to this guy?
Who cares?
I'm just look. This is a freedom of religion versus a city ordinance issue.
Good for them. You know, if you don't want to have gay guys get married or gay women get married at your farm, don't.
Okay.
But then don't expect the rest of society to kowtow to you. Then, you know, if stay on your farm, bury your money in mason jars out behind the place. You know, Charlie Daniels wrote all kinds of songs about people like this. It's perfect. Lucius Clay was the guy's name. Do whatever you want to do.
Finally, the Village Council of Fruitport is attempting to block a proposed medical marijuana dispensary. The facility would have to put a grow dispensary on 3rd Avenue in the heart of town. The resolution to block the proposal is expected to be finalized at this evening's meeting. Michigan's Medical Marijuana Act legalizing medicinal use of the drug became law in 2008. Now, here's a state law and then a city ordinance again. So,
well, that's right, because they're out there shooting up the marijuana.
We can't have that.
No, sir.
We can't have people treating their glaucoma or their pain. They need to get the hard drugs for that. They can't be rocking the ganj.
I think you'll find it legalized by next year.
It'll be I think they're going to probably get it on the ballot for 2018 for recreational use. So,
and here's the thing, you know what? I'm just tired of the cops being trying to fight this stuff. I'm tired of the money that's being spent on the war against marijuana. I mean, do I think kids should be using it? No. Do I think anybody that's driving under the influence of it should be prosecuted? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a joke at this point. It really is.
All right. Sports, Tigers.
Whoa, you big dumbass. You missed the biggest story of the morning in Muskegon.
What? The sappy paper.
Oh, thank you.
What?
That was it. The sappy paper stack came in.
I was actually going to talk to you about that before we got off on our rants about tattoos and chest hair removal.
Yeah.
That was a huge the closing of that factory was a huge deal.
Yep.
The demolition of it, people just get, that's more of a visual thing.
Well,
like if we had
video of worried about the asbestos that was in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they wanted to wait till the wind conditions were right. They wanted to wait, but they just dropped it at 7 o'clock. It went down.
Yeah.
They sprayed it with water. Everything will be fine.
I was actually going to use that as a story if it had been scheduled for later on in the morning. I was thinking about doing that, and then I thought we'd probably just talk about it, and then we kind of forgot to talk about it at the beginning. So Thanks for interjecting there.
That's what I do.
I appreciate that.
You're
That's
more than
you
welcome.
having my back.
That's what I do.
Good for you. Sports, Tigers crush the Kansas City Royals 10-2. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. They beat the Braves 4-3. Clippers are off until Thursday.
Till
That's
Thursday.
sport.
All right, Dave Cackley, guess what? I'm on my way to Chicago before too long to go pick up a couple of grand critters. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we'll have them around for the next few days, so that'll be exciting and fun. And you, on the other hand, are going to go home and shave your nipples. So enjoy that. Take
I
some
will.
videotape of that, will you?
I'll show you the after effects tomorrow.
I can't wait. And please rub some lotion on while we're watching. Thank you.